Disclaimer up top, this video is going to show nothing but facts until the end of the video. Let's start out this video with a little game. How about a little game for you boys and girls out there? And the game is called Who's That Quarterback? We have 4 contestants vying for your heart and an all stats, all facts version of Who's That Quarterback. Today, we have 4 contestants ranging from seasons 1 to season 5, all with the averages figured out thank you to Pro Football Focus and stats websites across the country. Here we go. Quarterback number 1 seems to be the most equipped to lead your franchise. All the touchdown interception ratios for each of the 4 quarterbacks seems to be fairly similar, with quarterback number 1's interceptions per game to be the lowest, completion percentage, yards per attempt, quarterback rating, game-winning drives at 17, and fourth quarter comebacks at 13. Quarterback 1 seems to be your best bet. Quarterbacks 2 and 3 seem to be oh so similar. Quarterback 2 has better percentage when it comes to interceptions per game, but he's trailing in quarterback rating just barely. It seems that quarterback 2 and 3 are splitting hairs. And quarterback 4, while still equipped to lead your franchise, doesn't seem to be the guy. He has a high interception per game ratio through his first 5 seasons, the lowest completion percentage, and the lowest quarterback rating. Interesting. Who are these quarterbacks? I'll give you a second to take your guesses, and which one you would pick to lead your franchise. Okay, it's time to show that quarterback. Quarterback number 1, please reveal yourself. Oh wow, it's Russell Wilson. Quarterback number 2, please reveal yourself. Oh, it's Derek Carr, the franchise of the Oakland Raiders. Quarterback number 3. Matty Ice himself, Matt Ryan. Matt Ryan and Derek Carr, very similar stats when it comes to their first 5 years in the league. And last and certainly least, according to the stats, who is number 4? Number 4 is Tom Brady. Who would have thunk it? Who would have thought Derek Carr had better stats through his first 5 years than Thomas Brady? Not you, and certainly not me. Thank you for watching Who's That Quarterback? And please tune in next week for Who's That Running Back? Okay. Yeah, I know. I know what everyone's saying. I know what everyone's commenting. Okay? But what about the most important stat? What about the only stat that matters? What about wins and losses, my guy? Okay. Here you go. I've got no problem showing their records. I am not picking and choosing stats to bolster my argument. I'm just simply stating the facts. Like I said in the disclaimer in the beginning, you won't hear my opinion until the end of this video. I'm actually glad you wanted me to bring up the records in the first place. Derek Carr clearly has the worst of the 4 when it comes to wins and losses. But he has similar stats, and arguably better stats than Tom Brady, although all 4 of these are splitting hairs. So what gives? Well, it's actually simple. Really simple. So simple and so ignored. Ignored by the national media, of course. I mean, it's the Raiders. Why would they put any thought into it? Ignored by casual football fans, ignored by hardcore football fans, and even ignored by some of Raider Nation. I'm going to flash some images on the screen. And you tell me what they mean to you. You tell me what you think they mean. Anything clicking yet? Anything starting to make sense? How about now? If you haven't gotten it by now, then I guess I'll just have to spell it out for you. Through his first 5 years in the league, Derek Carr has gone through 3 different rebuilds. That's 3 more than Matt Ryan, Russell Wilson, and Tom Brady. That's 4 head coaches. That's 3 different offensive coordinators and 4 different playbooks. The one time he's had the same offensive coordinator and playbook in consecutive years, that's right, he made the Pro Bowl, led the Raiders to a 12-3 record, and was an MVP candidate. And what do the Raiders do to reward Carr for his amazing play in 2016? That's right, you guessed it. They fired his offensive coordinator and hired Todd Downing. If anyone is wondering, Todd Downing is now the tight ends coach of the Tennessee Titans. This was the man that was calling plays for Derek Carr. He was calling plays for Derek Carr a year removed from an MVP season, a year removed from a broken leg, all while playing in 2017 with a broken bone in his spine. But yeah, I know, he cried in that one game, right? So he shouldn't be our future. Sorry. No opinions just yet, just facts. Let's get back to the facts. So the Raiders disappoint in 2017. They go 6-10 with Khalil Mack and Amari Cooper fully healthy, I might add, but that's a whole separate video. Mark Davis, he fires Del Rio, and in comes Gruden. Gruden cleans house, and Derek Carr is left with a 30-year-old Doug Martin as his running back and a 33-year-old Jordy Nelson as his number 1 wide receiver. And he still threw for 4,000-plus yards, all while getting sacked a career-high 51 times. To put that number in perspective, Derek Carr was only sacked 16 times in his MVP season of 2016. Although Derek Carr had career highs in completion percentage and total yards in 2018, the Raiders went 4-12. Sure, Gruden traded away 2 of our best players, and the Raiders team resembled something of an expansion team roster. But hey, when in doubt, blame the quarterback. People have been critical of Gruden's moves thus far and have questioned his ability to come back into coaching at all. But one thing no one ever questions is Gruden's ability to scout and develop a quarterback. Gruden is a quarterback guru after all. So the Raiders go 4-12, and now the national media wants us to think Carr's done. You know, our boy Max Kellerman claims Derek Carr quit on his team, even though he's probably never said one word to Derek Carr in his whole life. Fox Sports couldn't stop saying how much Gruden and Carr were not meant to last. Even the great Peter King claimed Gruden was all in on Kyler Murray. Here's a quick summary of what the media was saying just before the 2019 draft.
Derek Carr and John Gruden are not made to last in terms of their marriage.
Gruden doesn't think Derek Carr's his quarterback.
I don't believe John Gruden is in love with Derek Carr.
You can't tell me he hasn't at least some point considered whether or not he could upgrade at the quarterback position.
John Gruden loves Kyler Murray, and if he can, he's going to try to get up there to get him.
I think Gruden knows they got to move on, and the question is, can they get anything for him?
Derek Carr is not his guy.
They don't love Derek Carr. They're not all in on Derek Carr.
John Gruden is very, very interested in Kyler Murray.
So on draft day, what does Gruden do? He takes Josh Jacobs. What do they do in free agency? He signs Tyrell Williams, Trent Brown, Richie Incognito, all for his quarterback, Derek Carr. But everyone thought Gruden and Carr were done. Why would they think that? Maybe it's because these so-called experts don't watch Raider games? Maybe it's because they never took into account the fact that Derek Carr had to learn 4 different offenses in 5 years. But hey, they're the experts, so here we are. Year 6, sitting at 3-3. At the time of me, of course, writing the script. We are currently going through one of the hardest schedules in NFL history, but it will soon turn over. We have some winnable games coming up, and Derek Carr is playing some of his best ball. 8 touchdowns, only 4 interceptions. He's even coming for the all-time completion percentage record, currently completing 74% of his passes, all while throwing passes to rookies like Hunter Renfrow, Foster Moreau, and new pieces such as Tyrell Williams and Trevor Davis. Derek Carr is our quarterback of the future. I mean, just look at some of these throws. The precision, the accuracy, the touch. Not just anyone can do that. He's just starting to grasp the complicated Gruden offense and build a rapport with his new targets. Every quarterback makes mistakes, and DC has made his fair share. But there's a reason Gruden, the quarterback guru, invested in Carr. And it's because he knows what he has. He has the franchise. And since you guys love your stats so much, here's some for you to take home. Anyway, guys, thank you so much for watching this video. I don't know, I just felt like I should make something just to lay out all the facts about Derek Carr. If you agree with me or disagree with me, let me know in the comments below. I'm a big-time Raider fan. There's going to be more videos like this to come, more highlight videos for the Raiders. Yeah, if you like what you see, please be sure to subscribe because it is free after all, no charge to you. And as always, just win, baby.